This portion of New Day Northwest is sponsored by Bridesclub.
Welcome back. When it comes to weddings, planning is half the fun, but it can be all-consuming for many couples who can end up running to dozens of meetings with potential vendors before the big day. That's where the Bridesclub Spring Wedding Show comes in. The region's best wedding professionals are all in one place, so you can gather ideas, book services, and speak with the vendors under one roof. Bridesclub.com President Brad Buckles is here, along with Pauline Stahl, the Assistant Director of the Albertsons store in Port Orchard. Welcome to you both. How you doing? It's good to see you again.
Good too.
So, Brad, why is it important to, we surf websites, we look for things, but why is it important to kind of face-to-face with a vendor, in your opinion?
It's a great question. A lot of the brides are looking for businesses that they can relate to. And a lot of times the best way to relate to somebody is to meet them.
Right.
And it's kind of hard to do online. So
you can eyeball them, see if you trust them, if you're on the same page.
And if I've ever asked you if you spent much time window shopping, I would guess that the answer is yes.
Yes.
Yes. So women love to window shop, and they love to window shop with their wedding professionals.
Right.
So it just makes sense that they'd want to meet you and kind of see what you're like.
Sure. And under one roof, you can also kind of talk to this person, talk to another person, go back, ask some questions to the original vendor that you visited with, and pull it all together instead of driving all over the place.
See, touch, feel, taste, all that shopping. That
I am in favor of that. What kinds of vendors will be there?
We have about 40 different categories of businesses that are at an expo. So everything from honeymoon to jewelry, clothing, our new friends here, Albertsons, that have everything to do with flowers and cakes and wine, a lot of things like that, travel, everything you can imagine.
It's stuff you probably haven't even thought of till you get to the expo and you look around and realize you need to do that too. So Pauline, Albertson is one of the featured vendors, and I have to say you guys make just a rockin' cake. I've always loved your baked goods. So tell me a bit about the things you specialize in for weddings.
We specialize in the cakes and flowers.
The actual floral arrangements?
Yes.
Okay.
So anything and everything from the wedding cakes, the flowers, or flowers on the tables, boutonnieres, corsages, and then the tabs, so beer and wine and champagne, and then deli trays, so we cater, we can deliver it.
That's great. Well, we have just right over there in our demonstration area, Billy and Candy, who are decorators, senior decorators, and we're looking at some cakes. Give us an idea of sort of the range of things you can do for us.
So we have buttercream, whipped cream, and fondant frosting. And
yes to all of those.
Yes. So they can be as, very simplistic, or they can be very elegant, or even totally outside the box. It doesn't even have to be traditional.
So you can custom design. You don't have to choose from things that are already put together. So the pink is a little more traditional, right?
Right.
With the flowers. But then I love this edgy, the one with the fondant on it is really great. And the two couples that we did beverages for earlier in the show are choosing neutrals for their colors, something very pale, generally speaking. And we're seeing more of that with couples. So you can do something kind of edgy and fun with the cake like that.
Yeah, and fondant can be really edgy too. You can create just about anything with fondant nowadays. So.
And can we choose all our fillings and all that sort of thing? So can we come in for tastings?
Yes. And you can even do
if
like
I'm not getting married, can I come in for tastings?
Sure, just for you.
I didn't realize how brides can go in and order through Albertsons custom food, custom flowers, custom everything.
Yeah, it's great to know. And most of us are familiar with our local Albertsons, so we can go into that store, right, and talk to somebody there.
Definitely.
And you're offering a special discount for people who visit your booth at the Expo. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes. So we will have flyers at the Expo for 25% off.
25% off. That's a great deal.
So yeah, when they come into the store and they bring the flyer in, it's good all the way through the whole year.
What's your favorite kind? What have you done that you really thought just took the cake?
I like buttercream frosting.
The buttercream, yeah.
To me, it tastes the most rich, and I really like that kind.
And so have we gotten totally away from the little bride and groom on top of the cake? I haven't seen one of those in forever. Now we're doing different toppings, right?
Some people are still traditional, but yeah, for the most part, it's kind of, the cake toppings like that are up there, or flowers, or
something beautiful. And the cupcakes are gorgeous too, with the red roses on top, so you can coordinate with your floral arrangement and really pull everything together with something like that.
Right, definitely. And we all work together as a team, so if the florist is doing the flowers and we have someone decorating our cake, we try to work together so we can play off that and make it one whole event.
That's great. So. That's great. That seems very helpful. And Brad, there's a downloadable wedding planner that you guys have, which I think is wonderful because it's for most couples, a question of, gee, where do I start? What do I do? How do I make sure I have all the bases covered and I don't think of something 2 weeks before the wedding? So tell me more about this planner.
It's a custom-written 52-page wedding planner that we've spent every year updating my whole career. And basically, instead of just taking a bunch of notes that we would do in interviews like you and I have done, we decided to publish it and make it a worksheet.
That's
so
great.
It's a huge downloadable worksheet, free to the brides. When they ask us, how do I get started, I always tell them, download this, fill out the questions, fill out the answers, try to come up with a budget, and then call us.
How long have you been at this?
24 years.
So it's really kind of the compilation of everything you've learned about what we need to plan for.
And a lot of questions that are relevant. You know, you can go on the internet now and get overwhelmed very quickly with a lot of information that a lot of wedding professionals would say, that's not important. But this is the important stuff.
Kind of lead you to honing it down and making decisions.
And when you meet with the wedding professionals, if you have these questions kind of in your mind, we can help you a lot quicker because you've already answered some things for yourself.
That is a good point. Thank you both very much. The cakes look delicious. Please mark your calendars for the Everett Spring Wedding Show, March 22nd through the 23rd, and then the Tacoma Spring Wedding Show takes place March 29th through the 30th. We've posted locations and directions for you on our website, and some great news for our audience here. Albertsons brought those beautiful cupcakes for everybody today, so we're going to get a little treat. All right, after all this wedding planning, it's always fun with more music thrown in. A special performance from Seattle Americana rock band Massey Ferguson is next. We'll be right back.